And good morning. This is Admiral Preparedness here. Today we're going to talk about some items that are very interesting to our heart. We're going to call this Random Monday, a new feature with our YouTube channel. Pardon me while I get all this going. During a major emergency or crisis, some things get left behind and forgotten about. One of those is your spare keys to your locks. You know, if you have to leave and you forget your keys, whatever these got locked up in, whatever these are locked up, they're not going to be opened again. So everybody needs to understand that when you unlock something, you lock something, you unlock something. If you don't have that key, you're not going to be able to lock nothing. And that's a bad thing because you want to make sure you've got all your ducks in a row when you have to leave. So put a place, designate a place where your spare keys can go. Because if you leave, for any reason you have to leave, and you, and you can't get back, you're going to have a problem. Now, proper key maintenance is another thing also. These locks are pretty old, and they haven't been taken care of. Sometimes the keys just won't come out. They're a little bent, or the mechanism's broken. Always remember to keep your keys where you could find them. Or, if you have things you don't want others to get into, put those keys someplace else. When you're taking medications, it's always good to have maybe one or two of these guys laying around. These are what's called pill splitters. It has a metal device. You put the pill here, and it cuts your pills in half. Uh, Keep one of these in your emergency kit, your first aid kit if you have a larger one, your bug out bag if you take medications and you know you're going to need to have to cut those guys in half to lengthen the time that you have them while you find more medication. If you can't find more medication, at least you're getting a dose or half a dose, and it doesn't cause any severe after effects or problems from not taking that specific medication. Always remember to take along a couple pill boxes. These are not airtight, so I suggest you put them in a plastic bag, and if you can, vacuum seal them. That way you've got ability to carry drugs with you. And I think we've all seen these, but did you know that this oxygen absorber and these hand warmers are the very same thing? The chemical makeup is exactly the same. These heat up, these heat up. These stay for several hours hot, these stay several hours, but here's the thing. These are meant to absorb oxygen in a slow rate, so when these guys are solid, they've been exposed. When these guys become solid, they've completely, they're no longer reusable. But here's the thing. If you open something up that has one of these in it, put this oxygen absorber back under a vacuum and it'll last until the next time you want to use it. These guys here are the same thing. If you have a hand warmer that you've only had to use for about an hour, find a plastic bag with a good seal and reseal it in that plastic bag, and guess what? If you push all the air out, this guy will start to chill. It'll start to cool down. If you open up that bag again, he'll start to heat up again. So don't throw these away if you happen to be using them and it's only been a couple hours and are good for 10 hours or more of use. Put it in a plastic bag, push all the air out, seal that plastic bag, and this guy here can be used again the next time you decide to go outside and need a pocket warmer or a hand warmer. Just one of those things where nobody really knows, that you don't understand that if it's still good, put it into a vacuum and it'll cool down because now it's absorbed all the oxygen in the bag. and it starts to cool down, so it's no longer reacting to oxygen, which causes it to harden. Pretty much that's it, folks. Admiral Preparedness here. Have a great week.